This summer, a Winona man will be going on an adventure of a lifetime with the hopes of it becoming the subject of a documentary film. A painter by trade and a part-time adventurer, Taft Roberts will be traveling through the Northwest Passage following the course of a doomed 19th century British expedition. Roberts said the idea of taking this trip has been with him since he was a boy.
I've always wanted to do this trip, the Northwest Passage, ever since I found out about it when I visited high school. When I was probably about 12, 13. And most people I knew at the time wanted to climb Everest, young boys that I was in school with. And I always wanted to go around the Northwest Passage. And it was just a dream of mine to get out into the natural world and find out some of the creation that I hadn't seen before.
According to Roberts, in 1845, Sir John Franklin led 2 British vessels and a crew of 134 men on an expedition into the Northwest Passage. The ships and crew became iced in for 3 years. After doing some research, Roberts found 2 local connections to the voyage.
And after the second year, John Franklin passed away, and the expedition was taken over by Francis Crozier. And Francis Crozier was a captain, and he took over. And anyway, everybody eventually died. They perished up there. And the strange thing is that there are 2 people in Winona, Bill Crozier Sr., who teaches at St. Mary's. I think he might be retired now, and he is related to this Francis Crozier that took over the expedition when John Franklin passed away. In 1854, there was a mariner who came to Winona by the name of Sam White. And he came by the way of China and India, and he arrived at the new frontier here, and he started Winona's first newspaper in 1854. In the following year, 1855, he heard about this exploration headed out to the Northwest Passage looking for the expedition, John Franklin and his men. And Sam White left Winona, went to New York, and traveled up to the Arctic. And they actually went looking and spent 2 years up there and never found a thing. And he came back to Winona, Sam White, and became a poet.
Roberts has plans on filming his adventure, turning it into a documentary film.
We hope to make a 30 to 14-minute documentary movie that will be shown at the Frozen River Film Festival 2015. And this film will take our trip from Baffin Island on the northeast of Canada, through Lancaster Sound, through Peel Sound to Cambridge Bay, and we will go up the coast up to Tuktoyaktuk, which is on the delta of the Mackenzie River. And there we'll be able to refuel, as long as Cambridge Bay also.
Plans are to have the film's original music score composed by St. Mary's University professor Eric Hoikeshoven.
And my goal is to use music that's indigenous to the area that they're going to be sailing through, the areas that they'll be sailing through, write my score based on that, and then produce the score using musicians from the area, hopefully from St. Mary's and from Winona State, and then my students in the music industry program would do the recording in our main studio at St. Mary's and use it as a group project.
Roberts said his plans are to create a blog so that anyone who is interested can follow his trip.
The blog will be in place, and you'll be able to, every 2 days, as I said, it will be updated, and you'll be able to go on there and find out what our position is. And hopefully it will just be continuing to go west.
Roberts will depart in August and hopes to complete the trip in 5 weeks. He said they want to be through the Beaufort Sea before autumnal winds begin to pick up in mid-September. There are also plans underway to upload the footage from his voyage and making it available to Community Connection viewers as his trip progresses. And we wish Roberts and his crew fair winds and following seas.